revered monastic members and the devotees, as well as the persons who are associated with this Ramakrishna movement. Actually, I thought of talking on Holy Mother, but when the Swami requested me to talk about Swami Premeshananda Maharaj, he was the disciple of Holy Mother. So I would like to talk both the lives together, how one is blending into the other. But prior to that, before I begin my topic, something has compelled me to talk. I would like to share with you, because after going through your informal discussions on some opinions, I am feeling tempted to discuss something and share some of my feelings with you. Of course, certainly it is also relevant to the topics. I have been here in America. Previously I was here for 3 days. I visited 3 centers. A few days I was here in America, not so many days. But this time I am visiting so many centers. What has appealed to me, that sincerely the spirit which Swamiji used to feel while he was in America, today also we are feeling the same spirit, the same love, same concern, and giving us same amount of freedom also. So that has sincerely some charming effect, and we cannot deny it. After staying with you, as if I have forgotten my Belur Math, I have forgotten my onerous responsibility, everything. As if I have been with you and I shall be living with you. So that sort of some psychological metamorphosis has come in me. So anyhow, I would now like to share with you 2-3 incidents, some relevant to our activities in foreign centers. Probably in the last year, I went to Brazil. There, Belo Horizonte, in that place, I was there. The local Swami told me, by the way, Maharaj, do you like to visit Ramakrishna Mission? I said, Ramakrishna Mission, I am at Ramakrishna Mission. So what shall I visit? No, there is another Ramakrishna Mission. If you are interested, I would like to take you there. It is a far up place, it's 50 miles far. Naturally, I became curious to know, let us go. So we went there. And we came to know the story behind it, how this Ramakrishna Mission came up. That is not affiliated to Ramakrishna Mission, but that name is Ramakrishna Mission, and it was started in 1938, whereas our Brazil center came up recently, hardly 10 years back only. But Ramakrishna Mission was started in 1938. How it came up? One Catholic gentleman, a moralist, a bit humanitarian also, once he was driving the car and he could find a vision, a figure was coming in front of his car, twice and thrice. He could not understand whose figure it is, what it wants to spell out, So being curious, he contacted the father of the church. So I have had this sort of vision. Then the father said, probably you have the vision of some great soul. Great soul, this much. Now that vision again appeared and said, my son will tell you. Who is that? Who is his son? Who is that man? He does not know. But afterwards, that another figure came before him. Within a few years, as a few days. And that figure requested him, or rather commanded him, you do something for the poorer section of the society. He felt confused what this man wants to say. So he just again consulted the father. The father said, when it is suggesting what is the harm in it, you start doing something. So in his own house, he picked up some poorer section of the society, children, and with them he started some doing service. But that figure did not stop. He again just appeared and said, what are you doing? I asked you to do something poorer section, but you are for this rich people you are serving. You go to some remote village and work for them. Accidentally, in a throwaway price, he got some land and property also. And he started there some orphanage. The orphanage was going on. There was water scarcity. People, engineers, they suggested that here you can dig for the water. So well was dug, but a big slab of stone came up. So he consulted others and they decided that this spot should be abandoned and we would try somewhere else. But that figure appeared and told him, don't stop, you go on doing, water will come. And water came, and that water is still being used by this center. Who was that figure? The first who appeared 3 times but did not say anything, could not say anything, that because in the meantime he came in touch with a book, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. In that Gospel he could find that figure who appeared, and the same figure is in this book also. Sri Ramakrishna first time came before him. The second man who appeared before him, he came to know that that is Swami Brahmananda. He came before him. So this center is still functioning. Now another incident, the present, that man he expired, his picture is there in this shrine. And the name is Ramakrishna Mission, and our monogram is also there. Monogram also already there. So anyhow, then the man who was showing us around, he took me to their library room. In the library room, one Holy Mother's picture is there. That Holy Mother's picture, he showed us. You see this picture? I saw how it came. No, how that is some story is behind. These orphan children, nearly 20, 30 are there. Night time, they are small kiddies. They are feeling the loneliness, that their mother's absence they are feeling. So they used to cry. So this man, he could not decide how to solve this peculiar problem. So he decided to keep a picture of Holy Mother and told the kiddies, whenever you will cry, you tell her. And they sincerely, Maharaj, what magic happened? From that time onwards, the children stopped crying. How the mother was communicating to them and they were communicating, we do not know. But the fact is this. This is one incident. Thus, my point is this, that Sri Ramakrishna himself is working. He himself is working, whether you take part in it or not, it is immaterial. Whether we belonging this monastic members, if we take part, we are fortunate. But if we do not take part, he will get his work done through his own men. Either you will come, or she will come, or X will come, or Z will come. How the things will come, nobody knows. Whosoever can become the instrument, he is fortunate to be a party to that thing, this movement. This is one aspect. Now I like to share with you another thing that is also a foreign center. Because I was just sensing some problems you are facing sometimes, how they are sorting out that problem. It was in New Zealand. We do not have any official center. It was a private center is there. They invited us. We went there. No monastery member is there. We had to lodge in some householder's house. And they showed us this ashram. They have started functioning, and they liked that we would affiliate it and send some monastery member to support them. How they are running the center, that is a very interesting thing. I asked them, how are you running it? Very trim and condition of this ashram, not at all where any neglect was there. How do you keep it? Because everybody is busy, they have to go have their duties, responsibilities, family problems, as you are having same thing. They said, we have made an arrangement that every day one family will look after this shrine. Not that every day they keep it open, other days they keep it closed. But on weekday, one weekend, they come. One family has been allotted the duty, that family will go and look after this ashrama. How do they do? The key remains, one key remains some neighbor's house, another key will remain with the man who will be entrusted with the responsibility, and another key remains with the president of the center. 3 keys they keep. So, they, one weekday, one weekend, they go with the whole family. The husband, wife, children, all will go and they will clean the shrine, clean the ashrama. It is their responsibility, everything they do. They told us, we heard it, but I had a little bit of doubt in my mind. What they are saying, whether it is, how far it is fact, is it possible or not? So one day I accidentally got an opportunity, means my work was over. I could find that nearly 1.5 hours is in my hand. So the devotee who was driving, I said, can I go there? He said, Swamiji, today, yes, you can go. But now if we go, it will be closed. When it will open? The man will come, say within 15-20 minutes he will come. Allah, let us go and wait there, something. In the meantime, anyhow, he moved us a little here and there, and we entered. When we entered, we could find that this khandana was going on. The man is there, and his wife is there, 2 children, 1 girl and 1 boy. They are there. They joined it, they are doing, and 1 incense stick is there, and a few just candies were in front of Guru Maharaj, and just a few flowers are there, this much. They did it, and we came and we just sat at the back. We did not disturb them. They were doing khandana, Om Ring, Sarvamangala, and afterwards Mutta Maheshwara. All the things one by one they did. Then they closed their eyes, meditated, and after meditation they got up to clean this everything, and they will afterwards wind up, lock it and move out. So, all of a sudden, when they looked up, they could see us. So a bit nervous, became a bit nervous to see us. Then we also took part in it, and afterwards had some chit chat, and then came out. So this is the thing. That means once if you accept this ashrama, yours, so and in this process you can involve your whole family in the ashrama. You need not do anything. Directly you need not do anything. Directly you need not give any instruction that you should do this thing, you should come, you will be good, you will be better. Nothing of the sort. You come with me only. If you do in that way, that can be a process of, maybe a process. It is not I am giving any directive. The third incident that is also solves so much of problems. This interfaith dialogue. This somebody raised it. This also I'd like to share my incident at Fiji ashram. Fiji ashram, our own ashram. 1, 2, 3 monks are there at present. They are running it. Happily they are running. It's a big ashram having 3 different campuses. One place it is having more than 100 or 300 acres of land. Big mountain is there. And they have the idea that to start some university there and some vocational institution there. One school also is running. So many activities are going on. They invited us to inaugurate a hall, and that was the meditation hall. In that meditation hall, when I reached there, so they took me to show. I could find in the meditation hall, these 3 pictures were there: Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda. The 3 pictures were there. And 2 other pictures, they were covered. What are these 2 pictures? Tomorrow you will know it. So they wanted to keep me in suspense. I also enjoyed it. So let us see what happens next day. Next day, around 10 a.m., I could find so many people coming, flocking in. Some people came from the church, and some people came from the mosque. Nearly 50 from the church and 50 from the mosque. They came. From the church, the bishop himself came with his retinue, as with all the bishop. Morning we did this installation of Sri Ramakrishna Holy Mother Swamiji. That function was done by myself. The church, the bishop came, and with all the rituals, as they declare a church open, with all the formalities, they did install this photo of Jesus Christ. And that was in the meditation posture. There's a Christ in the meditation posture. That was installed. There was consecration, the chanting, reading from the Bible, all the things. Then that mullah, the Muslim gentleman, he also read out from the Quran. They are not having so many of rituals, but they read out from the Quran and they talked a little bit from the Quran. This much only. Then afterwards, we all together sat with all the devotees together. We had our meal. The Christians, the Catholics, our Christians, all the Christians, as well as the Muslims, as well as we the Vedantis. We all together shared our meal and chit-chatting, everything, afterwards left. Interesting part happened next day. Because the bishop is coming, naturally, so many Christians, neighbors, because those of you who are in the know, they will know that Fiji, there this 1/3 is the Christians, 1/3 Muslims, and 1/3 others, Buddhists and others together. So, the important part is that day some Christians came. So next day we could find one old lady. She was there in the temple or meditation hall with 5-6 children. I asked her, do you come here regularly? No, today. I'm a Christian because the Father has installed Christ here. So it is now as good as church to me. So I can easily come here and get my satisfaction. This is our concept. How, and the Muslim gentleman, when he installed what it was, that was the one written from the Quran, Al-Haq, meaning the truth. That was in a beautiful frame that was there. So this meditation hall became a common meditation hall for all sections of the society. Not only that, there in that school I could find that there is Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu, some chanting is going on. And one Muslim teacher, he was conducting that. I being curious, I asked him, you being Muslim, you are conducting this thing, is it wrong? Do you feel comfortable? He said, it is nothing, it is my part of my duty. It is a part of duty. In the school, this chanting is going on. So what is the harm in it? So that atmosphere, this Sri Ramakrishna has generated. As a result, we are basking in that warmth. We are basking in the warmth. Whosoever comes, his mind, his body, his spirit, everything will be in a very high, noble position. Another incident happened, and that incident I would share last. But now, today, about Holy Mother, if I am to talk about Holy Mother, I remember one incident which happened in my own life. At that time, I was in charge of one residential education institution. It was a prestigious institution. The students used to come from, not only from India, even from, sometimes used to come from outside India. One day, one mother, she was from Burma. From Burma, she rang me, Maharaj, how is my son? I said, yes, it was afternoon. I said, it is all right, I have seen him playing football. Are you sure that he is all right? I said, yes, I myself have seen him. He is playing football, soccer, and he is in the goalpost position. I have seen it. Are you sure? What to do? I said, yes, I myself have seen. I dropped the telephone and immediately again it rang. That is, the phone is from our indoor hospital. That means his name was Rahul. Rahul is seriously injured. He is to be transferred to Kolkata. So, for better treatment. What to do? I arranged something. But I had the responsibility to inform the mother also. Just now I have communicated, he is all right. Now I had to again ring her back. But I was surprised how she could feel that this impending danger, how she could feel it. This is the thing. That means if we can just make a total of sum total of all the feelings of the mothers together, and if we can give it some geographical dimension, that will take the shape of our Holy Mother. Premashananda Maharaj, in one of his songs, he has mentioned this thing. It is in Bengali it is Nikhilo Matri Hidaya Sagara. That means all the mothers, they have their this motherhood. That motherhood, if it is accumulated and if it is given a shape, then that is our this Holy Mother. And another incident, very much touching incident, I would like to share, that is related with some foreign person who afterwards became a monk. He was a Dutch gentleman. He came in touch. We used to call him Gurudas. His Dutch name I have forgotten. Gurudas Maharaj. That Gurudas Maharaj, he came in touch with Swamiji in America. And being inspired, he decided that he would help Swamiji in his work project in India. So he came down to India. By that time, probably Swamiji was not there. He gave up his body. The other brother disciples, they started taking care of him. In his first and foremost duty was that he should give some initiation. And that time Holy Mother was there at Jairambati, far off place, remote village. So they arranged to send him with an escort to Jairambati for initiation. He went there. You can well understand that certainly he did not know Bengali, and mother also did not know English. But during the time of initiation, others are not permitted. So mother stayed, and that Gurudas Maharaj, he also stayed together. And the initiation was over, and they came out. When they came out, being curious, others questioned him, how could you communicate with mother? Mother doesn't know English and you do not know Bengali. So how could you communicate? Then Gurudas Maharaj, Atulananda, he replied, in which language, when a baby is born, communicates with the mother? I also communicate in the same language. So, our Holy Mother, she was like that. She was the mother of everybody. She was the mother of everybody. If you have gone through her life and incidents, you have seen that how much she had the love and affection for Sharat Maharaj. Because Sharat Maharaj was the guardian of Holy Mother. He had to look after every all well-being tidbits, everything up. And simultaneously, Holy Mother had the same feeling towards that Amjad, the dacoit, who sometimes was in prison even. When he used to come back, sometimes being released from the prison, jail, at that time, Holy Mother, and he would communicate as if the mother and son. They are talking. Not only that, mother used to feed him, that Muslim gentleman, Amjad. He was a Muslim gentleman. Sometimes his lifestyle was not at all good. He had to remain sometimes occasionally in the jail. But whenever he would get released, he would come with some vegetables on his shoulder for mother. And mother also would feed him nicely. No condition where you had been, why I have not seen, nothing of that sort. Simply he has come, mother's duty is to feed him. So mother is to place a plate and feed him. And not only feeding him, being a Brahmin Orthodox widow, mother is to clean the plate, the leftover plates and everything of that Amjad, the dacoit, herself, not allowing anyone to touch them. This is the feeling, this universal mother. Her motherhood, but for that she had to have so much of preparations also. It is not that simply I like to become a universal mother and I shall become a universal mother. It is not that. For that you have to do so much of tapasya, penance, austerity, lives, dealing. So many things are to do. If you go through the life of Holy Mother, we can find that it is having 4 phases in Holy Mother's life. The first phase, preparation. Up to Holy Mother, before she reaches Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar, up till that time she is just preparing herself to be equipped to worship the God in Sri Ramakrishna. She is going to Sri Ramakrishna not in the mood that I am going to my husband. I am going to the husband, my God in the form of my husband. My God in the form of my husband. So that was her approach and attitude to Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna also had the same attitude to Holy Mother. That reference we have read in the book, the How Do You Look at Me? Immediately, Sarada Devi is putting the counter question to Sri Ramakrishna, what is your attitude towards me? Immediately and instantly, Sri Ramakrishna is replying that as I look on the goddess Kali, as I look my mother Chandramani, as in the same fashion, I look at you also. So, they were some god and goddesses to each other. When Sri Ramakrishna Dev gave up his body, Sarada Devi, how she cried. Not, oh my husband, or sobbing, or anything, nothing of the sort. Simply she cried that, oh my Kali, where you have gone. Oh my Kali, where you have gone. That was some sort of a divine relation they developed amongst themselves, between themselves. Then afterwards, when Sri Ramakrishna, so long Sri Ramakrishna was there, the Holy Mother's lifestyle, always she was as if the support of the Sri Ramakrishna. And gradually, without any murmuring, without expectation, simply whatever, how I can be of some help to Sri Ramakrishna, that was the samambunam of her life. And in that way, and Sri Ramakrishna also equally had the concern for Holy Mother. He also did not hurt him, wound him by any word, even single word. Once he just addressed that probably some junior has come. In that way, Sri Ramakrishna addressed Holy Mother unknowingly because he was in his meditation mood. The moment Mother replied, Sri Ramakrishna felt himself very guilty. Oh, I thought Lakshmi has come, so I talked to you in that way. Please don't mind. There it did not end. Next day again Sri Ramakrishna went to Holy Mother and said, see, I have just all on a sudden that word came out my mouth. You please don't mind. Have you not feel wounded or hurt? So this concern for each other, this has been some example for the whole world civilization. How a culture, a civilization can be raised up to what stature, that is being demonstrated by them and to be followed and enunciated by the entire posterity. The whole world will have to follow them and they're trying to follow them. We know our devotees, we know our these admirers, how they painstakingly they are trying to follow the teachings in their day-to-day life. We know that. In Holy Mother's life, the second phase, or we can say that the third stage. Then first phase, preparation. Second phase, in touch with Sri Ramakrishna. When Sri Ramakrishna left here his physical body, the third stage, again we find that Holy Mother is doing austerity, tapasya, and just in the beginning she did, in the again she is repeating the same thing. For what purpose? Why she is doing so much? She knew that what she was. And Sri Ramakrishna has given everything to her. Sri Ramakrishna Dev had offered his whole, even the rosary also, at his whole feet, who worshipped her as goddess. So again, why she is doing it? tapasya and austerity. That was to serve God. That was it, to serve God in the form of Sri Ramakrishna, now to serve God in the form of human beings. In the form of human. Whosoever would come to her, he would worship him or her as God or Goddess. That was the approach. Because somebody asked Holy Mother, Mother, what is your attitude to us? I worship you as my Narayan as well as my son. As the son or daughter, as the mother loves the son or daughter, in the same attitude I had the feeling towards you. And in the same attitude and simultaneously I have the feeling that you are my God and Goddess. So this is a new dimension we find. Now I will like to mention a little bit of, since Harinamananda has requested me, that how in that attitude, how Premeshananda Maharaj came into this fold. Premeshananda Maharaj, I had the rare opportunity and fortune to serve him for 10 years, till he breathed his last. He breathed his last on my own lap. So I am rare fortune, so I would like to share with you some of my feelings. All this information, of course, I gathered from Maharaj himself. When first he is to remain in a far off place, but at present that is in Bangladesh, North Bangladesh. From there he came in touch with a book, The Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and after reading that book, he felt that I must see these persons who are living now. So he came to Calcutta, met M. Mahendranath Gupta, compiler of this Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and through him got the direction of Belur Math. He met Raja Maharaj, Raja Maharaj and Sharad Maharaj, Baburam Maharaj, all these luminaries were present. They directed him to go to Holy Mother. So he went to Holy Mother at Jairamati. After going there, first he saluted Mother. When he saluted Mother, at that time he did not say, but afterwards he expressed to me that time he had the vision of Goddess Durga in Holy Mother. I said, why Durga? I questioned Premeshananda Maharaj. Why did you see Durga? Why not other gods and goddesses? Then he said, because previously my Ishta mantra was Durga. So I was successful in my Ishta mantra job. So that what is the purpose of Ishta mantra, that I realized. I said, then why did you again take Diksha from Holy Mother? Because that was imperfect. And now from Holy Mother, she is Goddess herself. If I get mantra from her, then everything I shall achieve. So I appealed to her to give my mantra, and Mother next day gave the mantra. Ramakrishna Math, he was a very beautiful singer. He could sing, he could compose. So he composed a beautiful song, and that song he started singing in presence of Mother. Mother was sitting on the veranda, and he and one or two together, they started singing the song, dancing. Dancing and singing. And Mother was also enjoying. Now Mother said, this song is very beautiful. Can you teach this song to Radhi? If Radhi picks it up, then I can also pick up from Radhi. So he had to just teach Radhi the song, and came to know that Mother actually sincerely used to sing that song sometimes in her leisure period. And not only that, she requested Pramesh Maharaj, you teach Radhi a little bit of English. Because so many persons come here, I cannot communicate with them in English. So if Radhi knows, then it will be easy for me. So he had to teach Radhi English. Afterwards, now so many days over, now he will have to, Premesh Maharaj will have to come out from that place. So mother said, oh, day after tomorrow you will leave. So you do one thing. Here is a piece of land. There you just prepare the soil and put some marigold flowers, saplings. Now when these marigold flowers will bloom, at that time I will remember you. And just you see, the mothers, as the mothers they feel for the baby, the same feeling, say Holy Mother had with Premeshananda Maharaj. And this Premeshananda Maharaj, in that way, he also grew. And he also developed the same type of love and affection towards everybody, whosoever is to go to him. Through him, not less than I came in touch, Swananda Swami came in touch, Sardhananda Swami came in touch, Adishwarananda Swami came in touch, and this Sarvadevananda Swami came in touch. So in this way, not less than in this order, 70, 75 monastics, they have joined through him. So in this way, he had some motherly touch. Whosoever would go to him, he had the concern of the mother. And I would, since, just for, by the way, I mention one incident which happened in my own life. Once from Calcutta, I went to Sargachi. It was a remote village where Akhandananda Maharaj started the center, Sargachi. It was more than 250 miles far. So we had to travel by a train, and that in those days, the trains were certainly not very comfortable journey, very difficult journey, but still I took the lever and I went to see Maharaj. I went there from Kolkata. Because I was a student, I had to keep something secret from the parents also. They would not like that their son would mix with this monk and far off place, something like that. So I managed my herding and I went there. When I reached there, I started early morning, say 4 a.m., and I reached there around 3 p.m. And almost sometimes standing, sometimes sitting, and because I was a student, I did not have so much of money, almost empty stomach, I had to go. And in that way, I reached there around 3 p.m. When I went to the ashrama, I could find that because in the ashrama everybody was taking rest. So I also did not like to disturb anyone. I went and waiting outside Premeshananda Maharaj's door. When he will come out, he will see me. He opened and he was going for some restroom. So I helped him to the toilet. And those were, that means a manual thing, so many difficulties, but anyhow, while coming back, I could find that he was picking up some fruits, some grapes, fruits like thing, fallen from the tree. It was some plain land, so he was picking up, and after washing them, he put a little bit of salt and sugar and kept, and started talking with me. But the taste which I got that time, it never comes at par with it. So this has his just affection, and in this way he used to win the heart of everyone by his, and that was so genuine concern for everyone. And his last part of his life, that was also very noble, I should say. I had, because I was along with him, so many other factors setting aside, I would like to share with you one or two incidents about his last phase. One brahmachari, he visited Vishwanath temple, Varanasi Vishwanath temple. Early morning, he went almost at 3:30. After taking bath in the Ganges, he offered Vishwanath puja and everything, then came out. And he offered Vishwanath a beautiful garland also. For that he had to purchase it. It cost him some rupees, Indian currency, something. And he felt that this I will take this prasad of Vishwanath first to Pramesh Maharaj. So he brought it and offered to Pramesh Maharaj, and Pramesh Maharaj accepted it with reverence. Then Pramesh Maharaj asked him a question. This garland, how much did it cost? He said in that time it was 10 rupees or 5 rupees, something like that. That 5 rupees was a big amount in those days. Then he said, you are a brahmachari, and being a monk, brahmachari, you could have offered Vishwanath the Ganges water, or at best a billow leaf. Why did you spend so much? Instead of spending the money there, you could have spent that money for all these moving Vishwanaths who are begging by the side of the roads. So that is another dimension. The first we shall have to serve this poorer section of the society. If we cannot serve them, how can I reach God? Love thy neighbor as thyself. And we have heard that the parable of the Good Samaritans. Who is your neighbor? So that is the actual neighbor, is that Samaritan. So that element was so vibrant in him. Now I shall finish. Before almost his end was coming, he became totally blind. Last leg of his existence, for 3-4 years, became totally blind. He became totally crippled in his legs. He could not walk himself. We had to carry him like my sister in the perambulator. In the perambulator, we had to carry him. He could not catch hold of anything. His hands also became crippled. And other ailments also were there. But in spite of all the things, I could find him that he was always in a happy mood. Always in a happy mood. And not a single day I could find him any time becoming angry with me. Never. One day I told him, Maharaj, I am with you for say 10 years, nearly 10 years. But not a single day I could find you that you are becoming angry with anybody. Never you are using any harsh word to anybody. Then he replied, how can I be? My Guru has given me the name Prameshananda. So I am to just obey him. So I am just obeying my Guru's instruction, and nothing else is there. So that man has his end. When last leg of his existence, one day I put him a question. Maharaj, you had your initiation from Holy Mother in 1905 or 6, something like that. At that time, you started thinking of Sri Ramakrishna. Now also you are thinking Sri Ramakrishna. What is the difference between these? Thinking. At that time you are thinking, now also you are thinking. Is there any difference? Well, certainly, there is difference. I said, what is that difference? He said, at that time, first, initially, I had to meditate on God. Now, God, I need not meditate on God. God is with me, is with me. So, that is, and almost within 2-3 days, he left his body. So, my association with Ramakrishna Maharaj, as well as Holy Mother, all these things I have mentioned. Now I would like to share with another interesting incident, where time is over, so which will be some sort of just a relief for you. What is that incident? This incident happened at Sao Paulo in Brazil. Last year I went Brazil. There, so many persons are coming, and by the way, the vice president of this, president was our monastery member, the vice president is the next important man. So the vice president came. He knew Spanish, I did not know, so I had to take the help of interpreter. So with him we are communicating. So then that official talks and all the things were over. So then I just landed into some informal talks. Then I told him, how many children do you have? He said, I am having 3 children. What are they doing? He's a retired man. No, he is also a good doctor. My first son, he is in USA. He is a good doctor there. My second son, he is chartered accountant, and he is also well established. He has started running a farm. And that man, he had his initiation while he was at the age of 18, something like that. He took his initiation from Vijayananda Maharaj, who was the disciple of Raja Maharaj. So then what about your third son? Then my third son is my ashram. I am worried about my third son. Thank you.